Good evening, everyone. I Today is it's Monday. It's the date is November 16. It's 10:15 here down in California. Watching the news, CNN, and I just need to say it's a short video, but I was listening to Chris Coney, and he just described the best thing I ever heard, or the saddest things I ever heard. Um, the doctor from the ex-president come on TV and says that the holiday is coming and Thanksgiving is coming. So we all get happy with it, and we love to have the family around. Yes, it's a tradition in America that it doesn't matter what religion, who you are. If you live in this country and you believe in it, you do that, and you really get happy that day, that appreciating America to everyone. So, in a pandemic, when we know that we can make each other sick, so for the doctor from the president in air, standing next to the president, saying that, yeah, what are we going to do about it? We need to see our family. Maybe it's the last time you're going to see your grandma or your mom or whatever. And Coney just catch him because he said the truth. He said, yeah, you're going to make it the last time that I'm going to see my grandma or my mom or whatever. Because if I get her invited and get sick, for sure it's going to be the last time you're going to see her. So I'm not saying 100% of the people is going to get sick, but we're just spreading the virus more and more. Even if it's immediately family. I mean, I suffer. I haven't seen my daughter. I haven't seen my grandkids. I mean, do I miss him? I'm dying to see him. Yes. Why I'm stopping myself to see him? Is their safety or my safety? It's just not fair. We don't know. I meet people. They meet people. I go out. I have to look for work, for whatever I have to do in my life. They meet, their dad goes to school, goes to work, come back home. Everybody have his own connection and communication, and we don't know who carry what. I'm not gonna invite the family to my house and start testing them and check their temperature. I mean, that's not the way you do it. We just wait for the next year, right? That's any human being have a little bit of brain will think that way. Or for a doctor, I don't even know if he's a doctor. I don't know how he become a doctor. To be able to come in national TV and say that, and when we are in the highest point, when we have the most death and the most infection daily, he have balls and guts to really say that. We shouldn't worry about it. Invite your family and enjoy Thanksgiving. Then we haven't we seen the last 7 months, every holiday, what happened after? I mean, and then they say CNN make it big and fake news, and they make up this story. Make up what? How many of us die? How many Americans die? How many people in the hospital? How many people getting sick? Before, in the first 2-3 months, maybe in here somebody, but each one of us have a friend, have a cousin, have a family. Somebody got sick. Well, some of them make it, some of them doesn't make it. It all depends how your body react. But why even get close to the sickness? Do you need to really? We've been missing them for months as our family, so if it's gonna take another 4, 5, 6 months more until things come down and things gets better, let it be. We have to stand up for that sickness. The president is not doing anything about it. The elected president can't do anything because they're blocking them to do anything about it. So who's gonna do anything about it? Who is in this country is handling this situation now? Oh, because we're happy, oh, the company is making the medicine that we're gonna get well. Oh, how about now? How about the counting right now? How is that gonna work? Those companies already saying 2-3 months before they start producing this and to convince the people to take it, and how probably gonna take a year until we see result if the vaccine is 100% working. But before the vaccine and before even we start with the vaccine, how many people do we really want to get sick and or die or be in the hospital, or nobody care? No, nobody even thinking about it. Which branch in the government is really taking this seriously? Zero. Even Congress is not doing anything about it. Senator is not doing anything about it. The highest chair, they're fighting about it. The ex-president don't want to leave it. The elected president can handle it, can have it. We still have a doubt if it's going to happen or not in January 20. Are we going to end up like Venezuela with two presidents? I mean, USA, is this really happening to USA? United States of America? The best country in the world, the most intelligent, knowledgeable, freedom. This country is a beauty, but we don't need to abuse it, and we shouldn't let anybody abuse it. This is our home. This is where we're living. Our kids is living. Our grandkids are gonna live. We need to protect it all the way. We need to have the right voice, the right people. So, Connie, you're doing a great job. I'm really proud of you, because anybody can say the news you say, but not the way you say it. You have talent. You and Dan Lemon, your friend, your buddy, both of you have a different mechanism in your brains that how you can put the movie together to make sense for people. So, looking at CNN and looking on, I'm not Democrat or Republican. I'm not into any of this. But looking at CNN and hear how the people talk, he can say it is the truth. Now, listening to the other news from the president, I don't know what it's called, that people screaming and shouting and talking dirty and saying bad words, and what is the other channel called? Not CNN, of course. Can't even remember the name. Well, whatever channel is supporting the president all the time. I mean, what a difference between those guys talking in CNN and what a difference on the other channel, how the people are talking, how they say in the news. You can tell, even if you don't know anything, you can tell who's BS, who's saying BS, and just keep going, I mean, they make no sense anyway. It doesn't matter who you follow. It's just that when you have a common sense again, you can tell who's saying the truth or who's BS. And I think at 10 years old, we'll be able to tell the difference. So, good job you're doing, Connie, and Dan Lemon, and everybody in CNN. I mean, I like all of them, because at least they're honest. At least they are trying to bring the truth to us and make us aware what's really going on. What I'm signing up for them? No. It's just that listening to both, you can tell right away who's saying what and what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. Because we're not only listening to the news, we see actual life, how life is treating us day by day. So, if the other one, Fox. If Fox keep telling, there's no pandemic, there's no this, there's no that, who are you BSing? I mean, we live in this country. We see the stores. We see when we can't find stuff to buy. We see that how people get crowded and everybody go crazy for the food and for the all the cleaning items. And I mean, we're living in here, so we know what reality is. And CNN is the most close to reality. And Fox News is talking like they living in the space, like they live in the moon or something, because like those people talk there, they didn't have heart, or they just have to follow to keep their job, or what is it? I mean, how can you bullshit the people like that? With the big eyes, with a strong tone, and this lady called a judge, whatever, in Fox. How dare you? How dare you? Dare you what? You don't have a subject to talk about to begin with. You start from the air, going to the air, like you don't bring anything on the table. Is that showing your madness and taking your madness out? Is that going to convince anyone? Not me. I'm not convinced at all. I don't even open Fox. When I get it by mistake, I take me a second to take it out because I don't want to be violated. Like I know that they underestimate people's mind. They're insulting the intelligence of the people. So that's not right. The news, we have free news in this country, so we can know what's going on, so we can live updated. So, good job, CNN. I'm really proud of you. From long, long time, but the last 4 years, I've been watching it days and night, whenever I have time. Not because it makes me comfortable, it's because it's saying the truth. So keep the good job and stand for whatever you stand for. Chris, Pony, and then Lemon, you guys are high standard people. So I really appreciate what you guys do because I know you're doing it from your heart. You're not doing it to get famous. You're not doing it to be a big shot. You're just upset and sad for all American. And you can tell, not because you are famous in TV that I'm saying that to you. No. You can tell who's human, who's thinking human, and who's thinking like a robot, like a machine. Just repeating whatever they tell him. So I think all American, what make America great is everybody have common sense in this country. It doesn't matter how much education he got. If he's just high school or college or whatever, common sense. We are not naive. This country is not naive. Nobody is naive in this country. So that's what make us stand up. And we stay in this level. So we should never let our level go down. If we have a hard time to convince someone to come to our level, we want to bring him higher, it's okay. But make sure that you don't make him bring you down to his level. That's a mistake. I have common sense, I'm educated, I have some talent. I'll try to convince anyone in front of me to level up to that high, as high as I see it. If I can't, it's okay. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a best shot. But if I couldn't, I'll never let him take me down to his level. So that also talking about if we, as I said in my last video, if we choose the president that we have now 4 years ago, and either he did what we want or not, we like him or not, we should still deal with him with respect. We shouldn't rename him any names or make joke about him. He is the president. We elected him, and we give him that spot of respect, and we should hold on to it. I don't agree with anybody talking, nonsense about his private life or how he acting or yes, the news have the rights to say when he's wrong or when he's right, but without a sensitive comment. We don't have to comment on him like, oh, he's crazy, he's this, he's that. No, we always have to keep the respect. We like him, we don't like him. Respect is number one. We need to respect because he is the president of the United States. So either he's wrong or right. Time, we give him time. We think 40 years was enough. We didn't see a good result. Well, we choose somebody else. But it doesn't mean we disrespect him in anyhow. I'm not into anybody that's talking crazy about him. The most I think we can do, we did. We choose a different person. And we're going to give him the same respect. So that's why Americans are talent, and that's why we have that a high esteem of us that we civilize. Civilized people do not start calling each other. Even if the president call people names, we don't have to do what he do. I know that he's always picking on everybody, and the senator names, and the Congress people, and the judges, but that's him. But us as a people of the United States, as citizens of this country, we should not react with disrespect for the president. He is still the president. And it's if you want to blame him, don't blame him, blame yourself. Who did you choose? But don't blame him. We know that from day one, before he became president, we elected him, and we know how he is, how he doesn't care about. He said that I'm not a politician, so he run it like a business. And of course, he cannot run a country like a business. It's too big difference. Anybody he don't like, he fire. Anybody he doesn't like, he hire. It doesn't work that way. When you are the president, there's a lot of things you have to go through before you take a decision. Well, we know he's quick. He get upset quick. He get mad quick. And he just drop whatever he have in national TV. Making fun of everyone, making this. Well, you know what? I'm not going to judge him because I'm just a citizen. He's a president. We all of us as a citizen, we choose him to be our president. So once we give him that level, we cannot take that image from him. Only that after 4 years, we can re-elect someone else. But it doesn't give us the right. I know it's a free speech and a free country, but come on. We have to be more gentle, and we have to be more, I don't know the word, but sweet about it. We cannot just gonna attack the president by calling him name and say bad things about him, or look at his family, look at this. I think this is wrong. He just did his time, whatever, for years. Be out of there with respect. He did wrong, he did right, he did whatever he did. It was his chance. Either he kept it or he lost it. That's all up to him. But I just advise everyone that no attacking back by names or by saying something bad, because that's not very American. American, we respect ourselves and we give everybody respect. And somebody do something wrong, well, we get him out of the way, but the respect gotta stay there. We do not disrespect the person we elected president for us. We don't like him, we just don't, we don't vote for him the next 4 years. But I agree that we should have that better human inside to deal with him in a different way. And, you know, he gets mad, he gets upset, he's in a bad mood now because he lost the election. He's refusing to give up any power to the elected president. But it's all about time. And even the elected president is very calm and very down. You never heard him saying anything bad or attacking him or anything because he knows better. He's a wise man. I think country will get better as soon as he get in office and start fighting this pandemic. Save our life first, and then we worry about the economy, and then we worry about school, and then we worry about everything else. But first, we gotta protect ourselves from dying because that sickness is rising every day. It's not gonna stop. Nothing is gonna stop it except God. When God decides to finish it, it will finish. But until then, we still have to do our whatever we have to do. Put a mask on, wash your hands, or whatever the doctor say. Distance, whatever. And as I said in the last video, if we have to lock down for a while, we lock down for a while. I know we're gonna lose money. I know we already lost money. Everybody lost money. The rich got poor, and the poor got in the street. So we already see the worst, but it could be more worse. So we wanted to stop it before it gets more worse. We need to be intelligent. I mean, we need to be smart. So yes, we are fighting a hiding enemy. We can't see the pandemic, we can't see it. What are we fighting? It doesn't matter how strong we are, but we can't see the enemy. So we just have to use this. And I see that, and I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. And please, in Thanksgiving, make it as tight as you can. A very close family that actually living with you in the house, small turkey. We need to celebrate it, yes, but we don't need to get sick. We need to be well, and we need to, again, keep going again. And God bless us, and God help us. Good night, guys.